We're back. This is going to be very interesting. I have no room to cast these poles, but this spot looks pretty good, so we're going to try it. Still getting set up. How does it look? I don't have quite as good a signal here. Actually, I've got a terrible signal here. Oh, you still got 1080. Well, that's good, because it looks like the signal's not really good right here. All right, well, let's see if I can get these in the water. It's going to be interesting. Going to have to sidearm them. I got a tree. There's a tree in the water right in front of me, just about 15 yards out. When I have to try to stay on this side of it, I've got the currents out there. I've got an eddy that comes in here and it's flowing right through here. So I'm going to try to keep maybe a couple over here and maybe one up this way. Try to keep it out of this tree. See how that does. But I'm not going to be able to cast very far, that's for sure, no matter what I do. Well, we'll see how that does. I'm sure I threw one of these in that tree. I just noticed there's another one down over there. You guys probably can't see. There's a whole bunch of structure right here, so we'll see what happens. Looks like once you get out a little further out there where the current is, it's not quite as deep. I think I can see bottom out there a little bit. This is Flat Rock River, John. All right, I'm going to go sit in the chair. Looks like you may not be able to see me, but I'll have the tablet over there, so I'll be able to see the chat and stuff. Hey, Maurice. So I'm going to be delayed. Forgive me. Or not. Yeah, that's a big delay. All right, who have we got? Hiking guy. Let me switch that from top chat to live chat. Turn the sound down so I don't hear myself. Okay. NKR, Michael Murillo, Dave Garcher, Mike Turner. Uh-oh. THG, Maurice, John Oliver, One Ton Fishing Club. Looks like that's about it. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. At least now you get to see me. I can make this scenery look much better. Yeah. J-Dog. What did you do? You didn't do anything, Mike. So if I do catch one, if it has any size to it, it's about a 3 or 4 foot drop off to the river right there. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in my net or not without falling in. So it could be really interesting. I wanted to fish back up here. There's a boat ramp up there, but the only ice in this whole section of the river is right in front of that boat ramp. So I can't, and then it's just, you know, the bank's 3 or 4 foot above the river right everywhere all the way through here, and then it's even higher back there. I wanted to fish down there, but I would fish down there and cast up this way, but I'm not able to do it because of all the ice. Doctor, doctor. Hopefully you guys can hear me from over here. If you can't hear me, let me know. You're going to get to watch me eat some lunch here in a minute. Because I was hungry. Alright, so let's see. I don't know how long we've been streaming. I have to go there and look, but we're going to do an hour and a half again. It's 11 o'clock now. So we'll say 12:30. If we ain't got any bites, I'm moving again. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know, please. Loud and clear, all right. I'm gonna have to get used to the delay looking at this thing. All right, let's see what we got for lunch. Gas station wrap. Grilled chicken. We're using chicken for bait, so I'm gonna put some chicken in my belly. Uh-oh, got a car coming. There's a little park back up here behind the camera. I didn't even know this place was here until the other day. They're not pulling a boat, so I should be okay where I'm parked. With gravy? No gravy. Yeah, I've got to do something about this screen, man. That screen is horrible. Hey, Pete. No fish. We just got here. We've probably only been here 5 or 10 minutes. Well, bait's in the water for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm getting ready to eat my grilled chicken wrap. You guys get to watch me. made of. You didn't do any fishing today, Pete? It's not too bad for a gas station rack. Thanks, Pete. I think the snow is what makes it look good. Come down here in the summertime, it'd just be a bunch of green. Cookie Monster snaps. Oh, Pete's got a new video up. I'll watch that when I get home, Pete. Oh, that's right. Pete had battery issues yesterday. I forgot. Glad you got home safe, Pete. I will definitely check out that video when I get home. According to my truck, it was right around 49 degrees on the way over here, so definitely starting to warm up here. I hope it stays this way. I stopped and checked a couple of the lakes and ponds over by my house or close to home before I came back over here. Everything's still frozen solid, but another day or two of this, I think we'll start getting some open water. I can get that kayak out. I'd like to kayak all this right here, but I couldn't put in here if I wanted to because all the ice back there. THG, this looks like it'd be a good place to camp. I mean, there's a road back there. It's kind of busy, but a lot of good flat area up here for camping. I wonder if they would let us camp here. It's a county park. I'm sure camping is frowned upon, but you know, it's easier to ask forgiveness. Yeah, it's a pretty busy road up there. But at night, I bet that road's not that busy. Columbus Airport's over here, but the entrance to the airport is several miles away. I'm kind of surprised that road's as busy as it is. This is Flat Rock River. The place I was at earlier was Big Blue River. But we are downstream from Big Blue River now. Big Blue, I think Big Blue runs into either Flat Rock or Driftwood, and then I think it runs into, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're downstream of where we were, and then this runs into, they all run together within, I don't know, 5 or 10 miles of each other. South or downstream from here is the place you guys saw me fish at Millrace Park, which if we don't do any good here in an hour and a half or so, I may move down there where Flat Rock and Driftwood come together. I almost went straight there, but I just heard about this spot the other day and I wanted to come and check it out and at least give it a chance. I will definitely be putting the kayak in here this year because it looks like a really good stretch of river to kayak fish. Mike Turner's going to bed. All right, THG. See what you can get to ruin your colon. I wish we had more than just chicken for bait, but trying to get bait right now is just, I mean, I guess I could have brought an ultralight here with me, but I don't know. Bait's rough right now. So we got, like I told you guys earlier, we got strawberry chicken, anise chicken, and garlic chicken. So we got 3 different flavors of chicken out there for them. Yeah, definitely going to kayak this. I'll have to do a little more research, but if I go down, put in at Millrace Park, I could kayak all the way back up here to this ramp. That ought to be 6 or 7 miles at least of river. See if we can find some spots doing that. Yeah, I believe it is, Greg. I think it's like Owen Bend Park or something like that. That's what it's called. First time I've ever been here. I didn't even know this place was here till the other day, or about a week ago. Catfish Cameron, I don't know exactly the depth, but I would say by the way everything sank, it was probably around 10 feet. Out there towards the middle, I don't think it's as deep. It doesn't look that deep out there anyway. I didn't bring the sneakers. All I brought was this wrap. But for a gas station wrap, it's pretty good. Thank you, Rick. What's up, Haz? I'm having lunch. Well, breakfast and lunch. 'Cause I didn't eat any breakfast. I agree. It looks like a really good spot. There's a lot of stuff submerged out here that you guys can't see. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hung up at least on one pole, if not all of them. But there's a real nice eddy. There's currents going down that way. There's a real nice eddy that comes right back here in front of me. And it looks like the deepest part of the river right through here. So we'll see what happens. None of these lines are casted out very far at all, because I can't. I got to throw everything kind of sidearm, and if I cast out more than 20, 30 yards out there, I'll be across the big tree. There's another tree right over my shoulder that you guys can't see. I can see it, but it's underwater. Five minutes from your house, Greg? All right. I feel a little better now. If I can get out of this chair. Make sure we're charging over here. I think we are. Nunya, Texas on the back 20. That's a new name. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad you found us. And no, we have not caught anything yet. We have been streaming here for 30 minutes from this spot. We just moved over here from another spot. We're going to give it about an hour and a half. See how we do. Yeah, I saw that pond over there, Greg. I'm going to come over here and fish that too. It's all frozen, of course, right now. But okay, saw us at Caribou. All right, well that's good. I'm glad you come and check us out. When I'm live streaming, this is normally what I'm doing. I don't have any shows or anything where I sit and talk to the camera. At least not yet, anyway. I try to find places that give you guys something to look at other than me, and so far this year we've been exactly well, we're batting 1,000 because we've never caught a fish on a live stream. But this is the first year I've ever fished during the winter. I'm in Indiana, and but yeah, I'm glad you stopped by and checked us out. Hopefully we'll catch a fish for you. But this is a new spot for me. I've never fished here ever. We're gonna see how we do. We're gonna give it an hour and a half, maybe 2. Yeah, I sure do appreciate that. Spreading the love. I have one bar of 4G right now. I'm surprised that we're not having any issues with the stream. Got to tell them you're filming. Mike Turner. Thank you, Mike Turner. Starting to think the river fish don't like chicken. Everywhere we go, well, I mean, but I've had cut bait on the other live streams too, and they didn't like it either, so maybe they just don't eat in the wintertime in Indiana. This sure does look like a really good spot. All kinds of structure out there. Yeah, if we get anything of any size, it's going to be interesting trying to get it out of here without falling in. My net's not very long, but we'll try it. Give it our best shot anyway. Well, let's see, what have I missed? Boat ready. Excited about that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that whole tablet idea. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I get that screen fixed on that. I'm gonna take a look at that when I get home too. I bought that protective case for that tablet, and it's got a blue screen protector on it, and I picked at it a little bit. It didn't feel like something you're supposed to take off. Everything that had little tabs on it, I peeled all it off. But I'm gonna see if I can peel that. It's blue and it makes it hard to see everything. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Catfish and Dreams. This is the first time I've fished Flat Rock River in many years. I mean, I fished down there at Mill Race where Driftwood and Flat Rock come together, but when I was growing up as a kid, when we would go catfishing, it was my all right, SF Outdoors, I appreciate it. You haven't missed anything. We've been in this spot about 30 minutes or so. We haven't had any bites or anything yet. We're going to give this spot about an hour and a half, and if we don't have any luck, we're going to move on downriver. And all I'm doing when I'm moving is I'm just going like public access to public access. Because I don't have permission to to get to any of the rivers on any of the private land. So I've just never been much of a river fisherman. But with all the ice freezing up everything, I don't have much choice but to fish the river. Try to jiggle one of the rods telepathically. Yeah, I know. I see it. You know, I watched Chad's tournament last weekend and watching a lot of other live streams. Everybody's struggling everywhere. I probably picked the worst winter to try to start winter catfishing. I mean, I left the house the other day and it was 3 degrees to try to go fishing. Went to some warm water discharge, and we didn't get anything there but turtle bites. It's tough. I mean, I've had good bait. I've been in good spots. Just no success, none at all. But like I said, you know, most of my fishing I do in the kayak on the lake for catfishing. And that's where I'm most comfortable. I don't mind bank fishing. That's right, Chuck, I'm out. Try to take advantage of all these days off I get. Instead of, not that I mean, I really enjoy watching YouTube and watching live streams, but I'd rather be outside. And today has turned out to be awesome because it's like 50 degrees right now and I don't have to wear a coat. Where I'm at right now, we're not in the wind. Me and Tim King's catfishing in Long Star Yaks the other day, 19 degrees. It was tough. Yeah, I'm going to be in Virginia at the end of next month, and we're going to go out with Tim. Right at the end of March or February. Yeah, right at the end of next month, we're going to go out with Tim. I'm looking forward to that. Well, we maybe have a piece of debris getting ready to get in our lines over there. Hey, Kelly. I hope we have better luck here, too. You set a record ice fishing in Texas, I bet. Yes, I do, Has. It's been super tough here. The spots I normally fish have been frozen over for a long time. I normally get out in the kayak and fish, and I can go out there and I'm pretty confident I'll catch fish. So everywhere I've been going is new to me for the most part, especially fishing it from the bank. A lot of places I went to, I've fished them in the kayak, but never from the bank. And I mean, you guys know how it is when you're bank fishing. You're at the mercy of just places that you can get to. And then even now, I mean, some of these places I get to on the river, there's ice, and I can't even fish those. We'll find them eventually, Has. I know once we get that kayak out, we're going to get on them. We just need all this ice to go away. Yeah, that sounds good, SF Outdoors. We'll be down there. I don't want to say dates because I might get them wrong, but it's the last weekend next month, and that Sunday is the day we're going to go out with Tim. I know we're going to be leaving on the 31st. That's the last day we're there. So whatever that date is, Friday before that, that's the date we're going to get there, and then we'll have Saturday free to fish. We're going to be camping. We're going to fish from the campsite and stuff, and then Sunday we're going to go out with Tim. Right up there on top of that hill. You guys may not see him. Yeah, he's going down the other side of the hill now. Yeah, I love being out there in that kayak and just keep moving and moving until we find the fish. I usually drift fish in the kayak, but I'm going to try dragging this year. Now that we got those pedal kayaks, I'm going to do some dragging. Cover a lot of water. Might have a change in venue come Thursday. A buddy of mine was going to fish down around the dam, so we might be going down there and fishing. All right. That's right, Has. Man, it feels good out here today. We're right around 50 degrees right now. A couple of days of this and I won't have to worry about this ice anymore. And as soon as I've got open water, the kayak is coming out. I bought that tablet specifically for live streaming from the kayak. I can put the camera up front and use the it's swimming weather. I don't think it's that warm, but I'll use that tablet for just reading chat and stuff. It's going to be delayed, but I won't have to worry about I can just mount the camera up in the front of the kayak, and I think the way I'm going to do it, you guys will be able to see the rods. And there's a bug again. I guess the bugs like the weather too, because they're coming out. But yeah, I'm excited to try to live stream from the kayak. There's logs out here in this line now. Get off of there. A little bit of backlash on that one. Just can't cast very far with all that debris out there. Might have done this worse than I thought. There's a tree. You guys can see the root ball part of the tree, and I can see it running all the way about to where my line's going out. So I know that tree's all the way across the front of me. There's another tree right over here running at about a 45-degree angle, and then there's more back over here. There's all kinds of structure in here. It's kind of that and all the limbs up above me. It's kind of limiting where I can cast. But I would think if they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be right in here. I don't have room to do anything right here. And I don't know what a loop cast is. I think I know what you're talking about, but backlash is your specialty? Well, I've got that thing set really loose because normally I'm casting as far as I can. I probably should have tightened it up before I tried these little short casts. But that's all right. We got it. Hey, Becca. I know, I'm ready, Art. I think Telly and I talk about that about just about every day. We're like, you know, making sure we've got everything and what we're gonna do and what we're gonna bring. Loop casting is where you're making a side cast, but instead of straight from the side, you loop the tip and kind of like a whip action. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. Hell, man, there's like no room in here to do anything. Plus, I don't want to cast out very far right here because I'll be over that tree and I can see out there towards the middle. I can actually see bottom out there a little bit. So I know it's deeper over here where I'm at than it is out there in the middle. And I'd much rather be over here around all this structure, so I don't really want to cast very far. That was my fault, that backlash. I didn't ride it at all. And I've got it set. I mean, I don't even know if I got that brake on hardly at all, because normally I'm slinging those things out there. And I just didn't pay attention when I threw it out that time. But the bait's in the water and the line's not broke, so we're in good shape. If I'm bass fishing, I have to kind of rely on the brakes a little bit. I just started using bait casters a couple years ago, and I mean, catfishing with bait casters to me is no biggie. You know, you're just winging it out there. But bass fishing, I struggle with that still a little bit, especially if I've got some really light lures on. I have a really hard time getting any distance on the bait caster with little to no weight. Both these bait casters are the Catmax reels. The other one, the farthest one away, that's a Daiwa. It's a Daiwa rod and reel. I've had it for a long time. I don't even know what model it is. That Daiwa, it was a combo when I bought it a long time ago. So, hell, I forget what it says. I just looked at it and I already forgot what it said. MCast 5000A is what the reel says. The rod says D-Wave, a Daiwa D-Wave, I think is what it said on there, something like that. I mean, that's a good rod and reel. I've caught a lot of fish on it. Nothing. I mean, my PBs are tiny compared to what you guys are catching. But I mean, it's been a good rod and reel for me. It was real cheap when I bought it. I think I only paid like $40 for the whole thing. Thanks, Texas. There's Eric Burnside. Ben Rich Boy's back. Yeah, those Catmax reels, you know, the reason I bought them is because I watched a lot of Steve Douglas videos when I was looking for new catfish rods. And I ended up buying, I've got the Tangling with Catfish rod. I bought that. And I bought that don't have to spend big money to catch fish. And you're live streaming April kayak fishing during the white bass. But yeah, I bought that Tangling with Catfish rod, and I bought one of those Cat Max reels. And I really like those reels. I mean, I don't know why I would spend any more. I think those reels are only 40 bucks or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe they're a little more. It's been a while since I bought one, but I just don't see any sense in spending any more money on one. I mean, those have been good reels. Now, maybe I'll change my mind when I hook something a little bigger, but I'm not using that Tangling with Catfish rod because I kind of stopped using it because, you know, in the kayak, it's just, for what I'm catching around here, I don't need that heavy duty rod. These ugly sticks, they're the striper version ugly stick, and they're great. I love them in the kayak. Do I want to sell what? Who's selling something? My Tangling with Catfish rod? If that's what you're asking, no, I don't want to sell that. I'm going to get a reel and put on it. No, I'm going to hang on to that, Art. I have plans for that rod too. When I start dragging, I'm probably going to want that rod. When I start dragging in the kayak, I'm going to want that stiffer rod. I may end up even buying another one or a Flores rod because if I'm doing some dragging, I know I'm going to want that stiffer rod. I actually went down to Bass Pro Shop a little while ago. I was going to buy another one of these Cat Max reels, and they don't have any. Apparently they're changing them. They're in the model change or whatever. I guess every couple of years they change them up a little bit, and the guy said that they changed them last year and they sold out all the old ones and they can't get the new ones in now. And if I can't find them, then I'll just have to buy something different. But I know once I start dragging in that kayak, I'm gonna want a stiffer rod for that. So I'd like to be dragging 2 and suspend. In Indiana, we can only use 3 rods, so I'm gonna drag 2 and suspend 1. Yeah, Catfish and Dreams. That's probably right. I think he said they were changing the color too. Like, these are white. I think he said the new ones are going to be gray, but don't quote me on that. Chad? What's the white stuff on the ground? Well, it's snow, unfortunately. But it's like 50 degrees today, so if we can get 4 or 5 days, 3, 4, 5 days of this weather, get rid of this nasty white stuff. Man, we've been in this for an hour already. City, no, this is our second, and we're going to give it an hour and a half, and then we're going to move on. So we only got about 30 more minutes. And then we'll probably move on to spot number 3, which is the same. You guys have seen me in that spot before down at the park where the rivers come together. And that's as long as it looks all right. Hey, Stan. Yeah, if we're starting to lag, you guys let me know, because I'll just go ahead and move to the other spot. I know there's a better signal down there. I'm gonna get something to catch on. My wife argued with me. Hope you can catch something I gotta head out. All right, Haz, take it easy, man. Anxious to see that boat out there. Hey, John. Yeah, if it starts lagging too bad, guys, let me know so I'll just go ahead and end it here and move to the next spot. I'll go get this tablet and see what it's doing over here. John, no, I have not caught anything this year. Hey, Dale. As I'm super excited to see you out there on that boat. It's a busy place. There'll be no eating shad here. Like I said, I'm new to this winter fishing, but it's been tough. It's been real tough. Look at all those links going up there. Love that. I'm going to get some lights. Of course, I want to get the kayak all rigged up first so I can stay out after dark on the kayaks. I got some work. We just got those kayaks right at the end of, well, actually it was in the end of fall when we got our new ones. So I've still got a lot of rigging to do on the kayaks. And I definitely want to get some lights for bank fishing too, so we can do some bank fishing at night. Because we're going to do a lot of kayak camping. I want to be able to take some of those lights with me maybe some of the places we end up kayak camping, we get a good enough signal. Yeah, Amazon, I know. Finishing up the coffee, I'm going to hit the bank. 58 here, up to 62. Anise chicken. Yep, I've got some anise with me. I've got anise, strawberry, and garlic. Yeah, that's that same log that got in the line over here a minute ago. It went out and it came right back in. There's a weird current going on here. $60 tomorrow in DC. Gonna fish with Haz. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, you got the autopilot? I've got the 120 PDL, the Sportsman. Actually, we have two of them. My wife has one too. But you know, after I mean, I love those kayaks. They're awesome, awesome kayaks. But you know, we had to order ours because of COVID. Everything was backed up. And you know, we paid for those kayaks and had to wait almost 4 months to get them. And the whole time I'm waiting, and then I'm watching Kayak Catfish, and he gets sent one. Didn't even ask for it, and they send him a autopilot. And now that that autopilot's out, and it's got all that room, I was like, man, maybe that's the one we should have went with. But I like our kayaks. Caught two Sunday and had another bite while packing up and missed it. Well, you're doing much better than I am here in Indiana. Those things. So we had the Pelican Catch 100s, which are the 10-footers. That's what we had before we got these Old Towns, and I had no complaints with the Pelicans. They were good kayaks. I mean, they don't track very well, but I wouldn't want to paddle them any more than a couple of miles. They're just not that great for that. But as far as stability and fishability, they were great kayaks. And then when we got these Old Towns and we got in them, I was like, oh my goodness, these things are like battleships. You can move around in those things so much, and I mean, they're just extremely stable. Hey, Creole. We're not catching anything yet. Well, this is spot number 2. And we're going to call it here pretty soon and move to spot number 3. You sold a Hobie. A lot of people are getting rid of their Hobies for an Old Town, but I don't have switches or pullers. So that's kind of why we went with the Old Town kayaks. And there's a lot of other good kayaks, pedal kayaks out there too, but I just like the Old Town the best. And that PDL drive's like a tank. All the reviews and stuff that I watched and read, very rarely hear about any issues with those PDL drives. Yeah, if I ever buy another kayak, it's going to definitely be an autopilot. I don't know how much that kayak catfishing you guys watch, but he loves that kayak too. But he says that when he's got that thing on spot lock, he says it drives him crazy, the noise that it makes. Hopefully that's something that they'll fix. So by the time I get one of those, I won't have that problem. So those PDLs, I'm surprised. I mean, that, you know, those Old Town kayaks, at least that Sportsman, it's a heavy kayak, you know, compared to what I'm used to anyway. I mean, it's like 110 pounds, I think. But when you get in there, it's just effortless. You know, you're doing 2 miles an hour without even trying. Hey, Pete. Rick, all we have today is 3 different types of chicken. Bait is just about as hard to get as open water around here. Chicken smorgasbord, that's right. We've got anise, strawberry, and garlic. They've got all kinds of flavors to choose from. I finally got my cast net in a while back. I haven't had a chance to use it yet because everything's frozen. So I'm looking forward to starting to find some places to catch bait. The Chicken Express. That's going to be a new venture for me because I've never went out and used a cast net before to get bait. We used to do some seining. We would do, you know, we get a minnow seine and go seine minnows and go smallmouth fishing and stuff like that. But get some sleep for another long night of selling drugs. All right, fins and fines. But yeah, we've used minnow seines to catch a bunch of minnows and stuff like that. But I've never had a cast net, so it's going to be a learning curve for me, finding places to catch bait. I want to get to where, I mean, I bought a smaller cast net just so out there on Monroe, I see schools of shad a lot. I'll keep that thing with me, and if I see those, I'm definitely going to grab up some bait. P-City, if you go live, I'll be there. I'll be at work tomorrow, but I'll check in whenever I can. I gotta watch live streams just to see what the fish look like, because I can't ever catch them. Might need to learn how to cast net, so please do up a video on that. Well, I can do a video on that, but I'm sure there's people much better at teaching you how to throw a cast net than me, and there's lots of videos out there now because I've been watching them. The Weekend Angler has a good video on cast net. All right, we're an hour and 20 minutes in, approximately. No bites here either. So it's looking like spot number 3 is going to be our last chance. I'd have to try it from the bank of the dock. Not sure how that would go. Prep it before I use it, yeah. I haven't even got it out yet because, I mean, it's just been, it's just, everything's frozen here. I didn't want to get out and try it. And, you know, one, because it's cold. And two, because it's cold. But we're starting to get some better weather. I'm going to practice with it out in the yard and stuff, and before I start looking for places to actually go and try to catch some bait. Well, hi Brian from Ontario, Canada. Thanks for stopping in. Definitely appreciate a sub and a thumbs up. But this is kind of what we're doing right now. We're just live catfishing. I've been trying to do this as much as I can. We make hiking videos and backpacking videos and camping videos. Everybody you're seeing here in the chat are all terrific people. You gotta go too. You're gonna go make an unboxing video. The custom fishing rod that came with that JV gave me more minutes, and we're gonna move to another spot. Need to move. Yeah, well, so do I, Laura. I got to move over from fishing to catching myself. That would be a good live stream, Becca. I agree with Art. You guys are awesome. 18 watching, 24 thumbs up. More vehicles coming. Chuck, be safe out there. We're going to a campground. It's over just west of Indianapolis a ways. Never been to this one. There's no electricity, there's no water, but it is a campground. It's not really dispersed camping. But we're going to go down there Friday night and Saturday night, I believe. We'll see what Telly has planned for food. Please, you can do close-ups, Becca. It took me 9 hours just to do a weave on my rod. But I don't know what kind of food Telly has planned, but I'm sure we'll do, if I got a good enough signal, we'll probably do a couple of short lives out there from the campground. Yeah, I like premieres too, Becca. Those are a lot of fun. Mary said I'm doing, or Telly said I'm doing the cooking. That won't happen. Well, I mean, when we're cooking over the fire, I do help a lot with the cooking, but she's up to the food choice. That's up to her for food choices and prep. That's her specialty. When did you sneak in here, Mary? I didn't see you come in. Yes, she can. She's put about 50 pounds on me, I know that. Jack does most of the cooking. Oh, you've been here for 45 minutes? Well, I'm sorry I didn't see you guys come in. This is spot number 2. We're getting ready to go to spot number 3, I think. If I can get in there. I'm tired of doing these live streams and not catching anything. I feel like I'm letting you guys down. Jack's a liar. Yeah, I guess you're right, Catfishing Dreams. His wings are amazing. I agree, Jack. I watch a lot of live streams, and I'm in there to chat with everybody, and fish is a bonus. But I sure would like to catch one. I'm building the suspense. Well, I can't wait to get that kayak out and start doing some lives from the kayak for you guys, because Monroe Reservoir is beautiful, and there's a lot of views and wildlife and decent fishing, and it's one of my favorite places to go. It's a bad day of fishing out there and looking at all those nice views and stuff. It just, even when you are serious about catching some fish, you get skunked down there, you still had a good time because it's just so nice. Fishing and camping always have some of the best conversations. Yeah, I agree with that. JV's building Laura a rod. Well, I guess it's on to spot 3. Does not feel like I've been here for an hour and a half, but get over there to a mill race and see what it looks like. It's probably going to take me, well, I thought it was going to take me a lot longer to get this one going, but I don't think it took as long as I expected, so I want to say maybe an hour at the most. If you don't see me live within the hour, that means I had some issues and I may not be doing it again. Yeah, so we all have to work. I'm the same way when I'm at work, because anytime somebody's live, I try to watch them as much as I can. And when you're at work, it's hard to do sometimes. All right, people, as Catfish Dave would say, let's change spots again. So So thanks again for everybody coming in and hanging with me. Let me get this shut down and move on to the next spot. See if we can't get a couple more hours of fishing in. This next spot I'm going to, you guys have seen me there before, and it's probably one of the better spots close to home that I could go to. We haven't had any luck there yet, but it's a good spot. I know it is. So anyway, let me get this shut down, get everything packed up, and move on to the next spot. Like I said, give me about an hour. If you haven't seen me up in an hour, that means I wasn't able to get into that spot or something. And if I can't get in that spot, I'm just going to go on home. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you guys are all checking out each other's channels. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. All that other fun stuff. We'll see you in a little bit, hopefully. Bye-bye.